Hello everybody, how's it going today? It's now February the 22nd, about 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Whew, am I ever out of breath, guys? I gotta tell you, I am so out of breath right now, you have no idea. I mean, I know it was a little bit late. I mean, it's already like February, right? But I decided to make a New Year's resolution, and I decided to go to the gym, right? And yeah, whew, so tired. But instead of going to the gym, I found another three letters or three numbers that works a lot better. So I went to actually 7-Eleven instead of the gym. And I gotta tell you, it was probably the best experience of my life, okay? Why do people spell gym wrong all the time? I thought gym was spelled 7-Eleven. So I picked up like, what am I looking at right now? I picked up my lots of O. Henry, some Mr. Big chocolate bars. You know, I went for the healthy stuff. I got 4 packs of cigarettes. What else did I get? I got a Slurpee. I got 4 pepperoni sticks as well. And to top it off, you know, you got to do a little bit of cardio at the end there. So I ended up getting some nachos and cheese. Whew, got some chili on it. It was great. So I decided to postpone my my gym resolution to about 2025. I thought 2025 would be a much better year. There's a lot of impulse wave failures though when I do an Elliott wave analysis on it. And you know, if I started my gym progression here, right? This right here, the peak one, I'll make it a little bit cleaner for you guys to understand. It's a little bit slow here. So this is where I made the resolution here, okay? But I'm gonna have to take a really long rest period for about, I'm guessing 1 year. And then, you know, that's the retracement for the gym. And here, I'll think about it again. And then gonna go to 7-Eleven again probably. Whew, almost wave failure, not quite though, I bounced back. And then in about 2025, that's when I'm probably gonna go to the gym, right? But unfortunately, there was a massive wave failure, so we retraced back more than 100%. So it's off the table in 2025. I think we're probably gonna have to look at it again and revisit it, wait for a big correction process. Maybe I'll revisit it again in about 2030, I'm guessing. That's probably when the healthy correction is gonna happen. And you guys got to remember that for every major plan, there's always going to be a setback. And these types of corrections are very, very normal parts of the market cycle. Whew, I just got to keep catching my breath, guys. Okay, let's get into some Bitcoin technical analysis, guys. Okay, let's get into this and stop joking around, guys. Like, cryptocurrency is very serious, okay? And we need to know, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, baby, where will you go? My baby, I need to know. Oh, Bitcoin, baby, baby, where will you go? My baby, I miss you so. I miss you so. Oh, 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 Bitcoin, baby, I miss you so. Oh, 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 Bitcoin, I miss you so. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, guys, that's really enough joking out of you guys, okay? You guys need to really take cryptocurrency seriously. There's a lot of money and lives at stake here, okay? We don't tolerate an unprofessional manner in this type of industry. So make sure you guys are not wearing your underwear. Don't worry, Philicon, I'm not wearing any underwear right now because I'm completely butt naked, okay? Okay, let's get into this, guys, because I kind of, you know what, to be quite honest, like when I'm alone, I kind of do stand-up by myself, like stand-up comedy. I kid you guys not, like I honestly do stand-up comedy by myself. I just kind of think of little jokes here and there by myself, and I find myself just giggling by myself all the time. Is that weird? I don't think that's weird. I've always wanted to become a comedian, and I realized that my face is just too pretty for it. And then I went to get on the radio, and then I realized that my voice was not good enough for the radio. So instead, they put me on the internet, and here I am. Here I am, guys, trying to do technical analysis for you guys. Okay, that's enough. Hey yo, I think I made way too many jokes already. Okay, let's get into this right now, guys. Really though, okay, and can we stop joking around for a few moments? The way I see this is ABC. Well, before we draw ABC, we got to talk about what's been going on from the beginning, just to be very clear with everybody. I see this as my A, B, C, E, and I see this is my A, B, C, E. There's no E in there, there's just an A, B, C. So now we are getting a subwave like that, and now we're getting a W, X, and a Y. Something like this in here. Beautiful, right? I think that's pretty nice. And then this ended up making some sort of channel in here. the Get Wrecked channel, right? This is called the Get Wrecked channel right there. No joke. Man, it was so easy to play Bitcoin, guys. Like, no joke. It was so easy to play Bitcoin for the past few, like, weeks. Actually, I've only started looking at Bitcoin this year, if you guys have noticed, right? I've only started doing heavy technical analysis on Bitcoin since about, I think around this range over here, in about middle of January. And now I just feel like I'm in tune with Bitcoin. I just feel like I know what she's doing very well. I think I'm going to specialize in Bitcoin, that's for sure. I hope you guys are enjoying my technical analysis. But more importantly, I hope you guys are enjoying your time. You know? If you're spending time in cryptocurrency, you want to make it fun. I want to make it fun for you guys. I want to have fun with you guys as well. And I think you guys are awesome and I love you guys. Everybody thinks I'm like on drugs because I'm sometimes so positive and like outgoing, you know. But I'm not on any drugs at all, guys. I'm just high on crypto, if you guys don't know by now. You know what? I gotta probably get a web camera and like a green screen, and I gotta probably start showing you guys me. You know, I think you guys would like that, right? I think, or should I become one of those mysterious crypto guys that you guys are just gonna see here and there, just give you a little bit of the tip once in a while, but not the whole thing. You know what I mean? It's been on my mind, right? But we'll see. I might be making a video next week because I'm going to be staying at a pretty cool place. Every few weeks I like to rent out a place like on Airbnb and stuff and just kind of stay there by myself and just chill, you know, a home away from home once in a while. So I got a lot of ideas up my sleeves that I'm going to be pumping out for you guys soon. Anyways, so here we see a channel, right? It broke right over here. It was like around the say 10,100 mark. That was the official break there, but the channel was more so broken right around here. So yeah, as soon as we broke out of that channel, we ended up downtrending. But the cool thing about this downtrend right now is that it's very predictable right now. Okay, I think it's very predictable, and I'm going to talk about what's going on. So I suggested a trade earlier. Let's see if I can find the photo for you guys here. I'm just going on my Steemit to get my blog. If you guys love these videos, I'd really appreciate an upvote on Steemit, of course, like I always say, which I know you guys do, and you appreciate it because I appreciate you guys. And that's how we reciprocate it, right? I do this for you guys do that for me. You scratch my balls, you scratch my back, and I will scratch your back as well. That totally slipped, okay? That is the last thing that I want to do, okay? Is scratch your guys' balls. So... wrong idiom. In my language, we say that the first one I said, but I forgot that in English, you guys don't speak my native language, and that's Laotian, right? So, just mixed up some idioms a little bit there. So let's see. Here we go. I'm just saving it right here. Now I'm about to open it. Here we go. So when we were around the 87.77 range, I suggested a breakout, you know, right around there, 95.68, right around this range of the 382 fib level. And of course, we're doing pretty decent right now, but the volume is kind of what's worrying me right now, right? The volume is definitely worrying me. And I'm going to take my Fibonacci retracement tool. So if you guys ever want to get this tool out, it's called Fibonacci tool. It's like that tool right there, okay? So you start on the beginning point right here, and then you go up there, okay? And what we see is pretty much an exact bounce at that level. literally, it was like exactly at that bounce. What was it? 95.83, and what was mine? 95.83, right? 95.60, sorry. Oh, sorry, I was off by a little bit, sorry. Canadians do love our sorries, just to be very clear. But the volume is actually slowly dying, so I think it's going to make another touch down here, right? So the way I'm going to actually label this is like this. I'm going to label this as A, B, and C, just like this, okay? Now we're going to go to a different time frame as well. Here, the thing that worries me is, okay, some people have suggested, like if you guys look right here, what do you see? You see an ABC in here, right? You see an ABC impulse wave going up in there. And because you see an ABC going up in there, like that. We call this a three-wave structure, right? Now, a lot of people might have said, okay, is this a flat where this whole thing could have been A, and this whole thing is B, and this whole thing in here is C? Yeah, that's possible as well. But now let me argue my case. How many waves do you guys see going up there? Look closely. How many waves do you see? You see 5 waves, right? I don't think you can debate that. You see 1, 2, you see 3, you see 4, and you see 5. And because of this 5-wave structure right there, I've got no choice but to call this my WXY right now. This correction is actually happening a lot quicker than I think. Right? So here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which definitely denotes a C wave, okay? But another reason why we couldn't call this wave 2, if you guys remember, is that this one was actually longer than it, right? Some people suggested to call this one as your wave 3, and then this one here is your wave 5. But you couldn't do that. You could not annotate it like this, where you're expecting a 1, whoops, you're expecting a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You couldn't call it like that because this wave 3 is actually the shortest actionary wave, right? So look at the price, 992, 1081, 1326. So by the laws of Elliott wave, it's now completely discounted. Now, because we couldn't call this A and we couldn't call this B now, because this B wave has actually got 5 structures, oh, there's only one choice to label it, guys, and I'm super confident about the labeling. That would be X for the denoting of failure. For the people that don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. I feel really sick, guys. I think I ate too much, I think I worked out too hard today, you know what I'm saying? I've never worked out that hard before. That was quite the workout. Yeah. It's doing a lot of Elliott waves in my stomach right now, in my intestines, but I'm okay with that. So after we get our C position, it attempts to break upwards like that. And clearly it failed. And because it failed, now we're getting a 7-wave structure, which is now making WXY. Just like that, okay? WXY. Okay, so that makes sense, right? So because this is 5 waves up, we have no choice but to call it Y. And then we look for this lowest point right now. Excuse me, just like how I was saying in my previous, let me see if I can actually find it for you guys here as well. Okay. Excuse me, I still have a sore throat. Okay, here we go, guys. Let me pull it up here. So I anticipated all this already, and I said that if we break the channel, like right there, channel support, and the previous low, which was exactly that number, right? 1,197, I'll consider a bearish view. And this was the point that needed to break right there for me to consider a bearish view, and it did. Therefore, because of the 5 impulse waves up, I can easily deduce that this is the X, right? And let's see what we get in here. I don't think that's the right count. Let's double check that. Here we get a weird structure. Let's see if we can actually count it properly in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got to be like this, the proper count. I'm on a 15-minute time frame. That's got to be 1. That's got to be 2. All of this has got to be 3. That's got to be 4. And I'm guessing this somewhere here is 5. Something like that in there. If not 5. Oh, okay, this is 5 right here. Okay, this makes entire sense now. The whole thing is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get a very small 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 down over here. Okay, and now this is making an easy triangle where it goes A, B's. Actually, this is ABC rather. A, B. It does have a lower high, or sorry, a lower low. I'm saying that completely wrong. It has a higher low. Okay, that makes a 3-wave structure right here with basically a double top, right? You guys see what I mean? So now we can easily count this as A, and all of this is B, and then C. And now I'm just waiting, guys, for one more before I enter a position here. It's going to make a break for the probably the channel support, right? I don't think we're actually done correcting like this specific moment yet because we don't have 5 waves. But what I'm seeing is that this is all wave 1, a big one. This is all wave 2, right? And this is probably kind of like a zigzag, but it doesn't quite fall short, right? It might just make a very small extension of it instead. Now, I don't know if it's going to break down lower than it or not, but just based on fib extension, it seems to be doing pretty well already. And it seems the target will be right around 95, between 94 and 9600-ish. Yeah, what we see is a pretty nice one-to-one extension. If it did make an actual extended correction with a 1618 for that particular one right there, let's just try to get this as nice as I can here. What do you guys think of this, huh? Consider some bull trap regions, right? Right around here. That looks pretty good to me. Definitely, not bad. Not bad right around there. Okay. All right, I'll consider this right here as a pretty good count. So now I'm gonna just try to take my one-to-one extension and maybe target up to, you know, it might even reach 94 to 9600. I don't exactly know. Or I might be completely doing it wrong, right, in terms of my count, guys, and we're actually done already. But I don't see really 5 waves yet. 1, 2, 3. I see a rejection to the wave 1 territory. And now I'm going to look for another or 5th wave position. The 5th wave could come truncated, fall very short. The 5th wave could make a double bottom. The 5th wave could be slightly extended, right, like that. Just a normal one like that. Or the 5th wave could be very extended and it just break right through it, right? The 5th wave could be really extended where it breaks through it, and yeah, that would be bad. But right now, the key thing to note for is this right here. I hope you guys know what this is, this tool right here, okay? This tool here is a risk to reward, right? It calculates your risk to reward here. You can drag it up and down. So where will my target be? My target will be a clone of this right here, wherever it is, okay? Regardless of where it is, it seems like the channel support the channel resistance is going to be a very viable target, right? Because it's a very viable target, it makes complete sense for us to target there, wouldn't it? Now the big question is this done its uptrend, or is it not? I don't really know exactly if it's done it yet or not, to be quite honest. But I'm just going to wait, because the volume is dying off right now. If there was an uptrend, right, we would get some sort of volume that would that would trigger and signal the market that, hey, we're actually interested right now. So I'm just going to kind of wait around. I'm going to look for this no trade zone in here, right around the 382 Fibonacci level, right? For all we know, honestly, guys, for all we know, 382 could very well be the entire correction. There's only a 12 to 13% chance of that happening, but nevertheless, there's a chance, right? So we don't know. And the next zone is obviously going to be right around these regions, like around the 9,200 range, or 8,900 to 9,200. And the next zone is the golden pocket zone, which we'll go over in more detail. But right now, I know a lot of you guys are in this trade already, where you entered in right here. So you'll be targeting roughly, I don't think it'll get higher than here, to be quite honest. I can't see it getting higher than like a little bit over 10K. Maybe 10K 100 at most. It's just one of those plays that's very limited because of the channel resistance, right? So I don't think it'll target higher than this zone right here. That's one major resistance zone right down there. And the second one will be pretty much, or the first one will be this one right here. So this whole area is some massive resistance zone, okay? Which I'll draw for you guys as well, so you'll know. Major resistance area, right? I'll just write it in here so you guys can see it as well. Cool. Right there. You guys can see that, right? Okay. And now the people entered here, you guys got to make sure you stick to your stop loss, right? That's up to you guys to determine. I'm looking to enter another trade probably around, who knows, maybe a double bottom like I mentioned, maybe slightly truncated, maybe around here, preferably like 9,500 range, right? That would be the ideal number to enter. Again, rather. I just want to make sure that we get a 5th wave that finishes. And based on a 5th wave that finishes, it finishes at about 94.50, right around that range. So I was a little bit off there so far. Nevertheless, it's quite dead on. That'll be my target right there. Risk to reward ratio, roughly Wow, that's really good. 4.31. Can't complain about that at all, right? Where's the fifth wave? That's going to be the title of this video. Where is the fifth wave? I can't really find an area to put that in here, sorry. Actually, I'll move this over a little bit over here. Right around here. Oh, I still can't. Okay, I'll put it right by B. I hope you guys can see this, okay? There you go. I'm pretty OCD if you've noticed. I've got massive OCD issues. So yeah, keep an eye, guys. Like it might be right around this region to enter on a breakout again. Just keep an eye on it, put it that way, to see if it holds. We're talking between 9,400 and 9,600 as well, okay? Right there. So these are my quick thoughts, guys, that we are going to be maybe supporting off of the 382 region. If we don't support that region, guys, you have to make sure that you're aware that the next lower support region is right down over here. That the lower support region is, around here, which I'll post a chart for you guys as well. You guys will have access to this particular chart right here. Let me just load it up for you so you can see as well. This is the next support zones right here. So go to my Steemit. You guys can find all the charts and the blog, etc. there as well. So there you guys have it. I just want to give you a quick update. This was actually a lot quicker than usual, right? Usually it's like very, very long. I couldn't help myself. I apologize for all the jokes. Just kidding. I'm not sorry, guys. Hey-o! So there you guys have it. I'm looking for another touch between 94.50 to 96.50, somewhere around that range. Once we get more volume, if I find that we're supporting, then I will definitely go into a long trade and target up there. Other than that, guys, have yourselves a great night. I would appreciate an upvote on Steemit. Make sure you also like, subscribe, and share the material as well. Have yourself a great night, guys. Take care, baby whales. Love you.